Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one is entitled, Has Planet X Turned Earth into a Cosmic Ray Source? Now recently Urbain LeVerrier made me aware of an article and publication related to recent observations of cosmic rays coming straight from the ground, in other words from inside the Earth. The observation came via the ANITA, which stands for Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna Experiment, a high-altitude balloon experiment designed to detect ultra-high energy, which we can write as UHE, neutrinos or cosmic ray neutrinos over Antarctica. Now, cosmic ray particles are extremely fast-moving particles. In other words, they move at speeds very close to the speed of light. These cosmic ray neutrinos are thought to be secondary particles arising from ultra-high energy cosmic ray particle interactions. The neutrinos interact with the Antarctica ice sheet, resulting in radio wave pulses, which the ANITA radio wave antenna array detects, allowing the determination of the direction from which the neutrinos came, and therefore where the primary cosmic ray particles came from. Cosmic rays are thought to come mainly from outside the solar system. However, ANITA, in addition to detecting cosmic ray neutrinos coming from a direction which indicated that these very fast-moving particles were coming from space, also detected cosmic ray neutrinos coming from a direction which could only indicate that they had come straight from the ground, i.e. from inside the Earth. So in a publication entitled The ANITA Anomalous Events Signatures of a Beyond Standard Model Particle and Supporting Observations from IceCube, the authors, Fox et al., writing from an astrophysical perspective, concluded that cosmic ray neutrinos arise from high-energy particles going right through the Earth. But since the standard model of particle physics does not allow any of the particles described by the model to be able to survive a trip through the Earth, that the particle responsible for this observation must be outside of the standard model. And here's the ANITA radio wave detectors. It's an array of detectors. And so it detects these radio wave pulses which result when a neutrino interacts with the Antarctic ice sheet. And it is actually it's placed at an altitude of 35 kilometers via this balloon that will be filled with helium. Now, it may at first seem a little surprising to read someone stating that the standard model does not describe the whole universe of existing particles and particle interactions. However, this does not mean that the standard model will be replaced by another model. This in no way changes the paradigm that these ultra-high energy cosmic rays can only come from outside the solar system and most likely from outside the galaxy. Now, this just means that the standard model needs to be added to. A mechanism needs to be invented to incorporate the new particle in a very mathematical, very pleasing, symmetric way in which the standard model characterizes observed and still to be observed particles in terms of charge, color, color charge, spin, isospin, etc. Thus, this would most likely mean that the model will be refined to accommodate the new observations. However, none of the astrophysicists working with the ANITA observations will even consider that the Earth might actually be the source of these cosmic rays. They will not consider it because modern physics has reached a stage of development where complexity has replaced truth. the more complex the model, the more it is considered to be the truth, and therefore any observation which contradicts it is either ignored or somehow explained with the existing model. So nowadays, physicists think that since their theories have reached a level of complexity that rivals the universe's own complexity, that it must all be right. They think that we know just about everything that there is to know about the universe, so any observation that does not agree with the current theoretical view of the universe must be wrong and must be discarded. But some 150 years ago, physicists were much more humble. They knew that they knew just about nothing about the universe, and the only chance they had of understanding it a little better was to take careful note of any observation and then try to explain it with a theory. They also thought that the best theories were always the simplest, as those have a better chance of not clouding our view of the fact that we are trying to understand a few relationships at a time. Looking at too many relationships becomes confusing and makes it easy to miss the truth, to miss the real universe. Well, that is exactly what seems to have occurred. Physicists are working to understand a universe of their own invention. The universe that we see through their highly complex theories is not the real universe we live in, precisely because they are ignoring any observation which contradicts those theories. If they actually looked at the objects which have been observed in the sun's corona and near the Earth, the stellar cores or Planet X objects, they would see that their complex theories cannot explain them. But they refuse to look because their theories have become more important to them than knowing the truth. And here's one of these observations. You can see it's a spherical object. And I have shown this several times, but I enjoy showing it because this is clearly a spherical object and it is striped. And you can see that the stripes are curved. They follow the contours of an obviously spherical object. And so this is one of those observations that astrophysicists will absolutely ignore. If you place them in front of their eyes, they will close them or simply say, it's nothing, it's just impossible, so it cannot be anything real. So where do I think these cosmic rays come from? Well, the observational evidence I have studied regarding the stellar cores in the sun's corona has led me to conclude that stars and planets are not that different, as they both have solid cores and gaseous atmospheres from where light is emitted. And you may look at Article 283 entitled Planet X, Planets, Stars, and Black Holes for more details. Thus, both types of objects generate energy in their cores. In addition, the stellar cores are energy depleted and draw energy from living celestial objects, which can still generate energy in their cores. And you may look at Article 240 entitled Planet X System Effect on Radioactive Decay Rate and Heating of Planets. It is therefore likely that this observation indicates that the Earth is producing ultra-high energy cosmic rays and is emitting them from its surface as a result of the increased energy output which it has been forced into due to the presence of these objects in close proximity to the Earth's surface. So basically what we have is cosmic rays coming from inside the Earth. But we know that the Earth generates its own energy in its core, just like the sun does. So just like the sun became a source, and possibly an even stronger source of cosmic rays because of the presence of the Planet X objects or the stellar cores, the Earth is or seems to have become a source of cosmic rays as well, for the same reason, because stellar core matter pulls energy from its core, so the output from the core increases, and everything becomes more energetic as a result, including the particles that are emitted and are most likely produced in its core. So in conclusion, ultra high energy cosmic rays have been detected which can only come from inside the Earth, There is no current theoretical mechanism that can explain this observation as resulting from cosmic rays that travel through the planet, which strongly suggests, in the light of the fact that planets seem to generate energy in their cores, and that the energy output from within a planet increases as a result of the interaction between the planet and the Planet X system or stellar core matter, that these cosmic rays are generated within the Earth. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.